On our first date, I told my wife I did stand-up comedy, and she was all shocked. She's like, really, you do stand-up? You seem so reserved. You seem to keep to yourself. She described me like how the neighbor of a murderer describes someone when they're on the news. I like how the neighbor's always surprised it was a shy person that killed everyone. They're acting like shy people are going around like, I'd like to kill someone, but where do you meet people? One day. It's never the other way around. They're never interviewing the neighbor on the news. They're like, you know your neighbor killed like 5 people? They're like, oh, you mean Gary? He's got a ton of friends. He's bound to kill some of them, am I right? It's classic Gary right there. Gary would do something like that. I like how on the news, whenever someone goes missing, they'll like interview their friend, you know? And they'll ask their friend, what is your friend like? And the friend will always say something nice. They'll be like, well, Margaret's the most kind and patient person that I know. Which is good, but if it were me and they asked me what my friend was like after they went missing, I would tell them what they look like. I think it's going to be easier to find them that way. It's going to be hard to find Margaret based on her winning personality. I don't think it's going to work. I think someone's going to be pulling into a van. She's like, help me, help me. I'm like, whoa, that's not kind or patient. That can't be Margaret. Margaret would have said, help me, please. She is patient. I'm lucky to be married, though. Things were tough. I didn't date a ton before my wife, like to the point where everyone in my life thought I was gay. Everyone. And that's insulting to gay people because gay men were way better than women that I was, you know? I don't know what sexual orientation I was, though, before I met my wife, to be honest. What's the one where you like girls, but none of them like you back? Lonely, that's what it's called. Let me tell you, no one is supportive of lonely people. They're always like, look, you can be lonely in private, just don't be flamboyantly lonely in public. You're bumming everyone out. When you're gay, you get to like come out of the closet. If you're lonely, you stay in the closet. You come out of your parents' basement. I remember I told my parents I was lonely though. I came out to them, they were super supportive. They're like, no, we can't say we weren't suspicious. Ever since you're a little kid, we could tell that no one liked you, but we love you very much. It's hard to raise awareness for loneliness too, you know? There's no lonely pride parade. We're not proud of it at all, and if we had a parade, no one would come. Just one person alone on the sidewalk, waving to nobody. And it's a shame. Lonely people get discriminated against. Can't get married, first of all. Lonely people can't get married. You know what else they can't do? Can't ride in the carpool lane. Yeah, carpool lane is discrimination against lonely people. It's the Jim Crow of the highway. Yeah, carpool lane has its own symbol too. There is a symbol to the oppression, my friends. It's the diamond symbol. It's like the swastika for lonely people. It's rude. Did you know they picked the diamond to remind them of the diamond on the wedding ring they'll never have to buy? That's why they did that. Dating was tough. People tell you a lot of weird stuff about dating. Like I remember when I was a kid, they told us to have chivalry, which I looked up that word. Did you know that chivalry comes from an old French word that means horsemanship? Yeah, horsemanship. We're not talking about polite people that came up with this word. We're talking about medieval French people. And this is how we treat women, you know? They came up with the horse rules before they came up with the how to treat women rules. By the time they got to women, they're like, let's just carry over the horse rules. And we use those same rules to this day. Women come back from dates going, he didn't make me feel equestrian at all. You need to be like respectful of women, but if it's based off of horsemanship, that's degrading. Like, you know why it's polite to open doors for women? It's because horses cannot do it on their own. And they say it's impolite to text a girl to ask her on a date, but technically the most polite thing to do is go, let's go.